There is a question many young women never sit down to answer until life has already answered it for them. Should I marry for love or marry for money? Today, we are talking about Regina Daniels, not to mock her, not to judge her, but to use her journey as a mirror, a real-life lesson for every young girl growing up in Africa. Because whether we like it or not, her story has forced society to debate one big topic. What exactly should a woman look for in marriage? Love, comfort, happiness, freedom, or security? Stay with me, because this gist is deeper than social media headlines. Regina Daniels was a teenage superstar, beautiful, talented, and already famous before she clocked 18. She had a bright future, millions of fans, and a career every young actress prayed for. Then, she shocked the world. She married a billionaire, Prince Ned Nwoko, a man old enough to be her father. Nigeria shook. Africa shook. The internet exploded. Some people said she married for money. Others said she made a wise decision. A few believe she truly fell in love. But one thing is clear. From that moment, her life stopped being just entertainment and became a life lesson every girl can learn from. Regina was born into a simple family. Her mother pushed her career. Fame brought pressure. And in a world where young actresses are easily exploited, some people believe her mother wanted a man who could protect her, provide for her, and secure her future. So Regina made a choice many young girls secretly think about. If life is hard, why not choose comfort? Why not marry a rich man and escape struggle forever? On the surface, it looked perfect. Mansions, luxury cars, vacations, private jets, designer bags, respect, fame, influence. She became Madame Billionaire. She became senator's wife. Society saw the pictures, but pictures don't show everything. Because money can build a house, but it cannot build a home. In every marriage, rich or poor, there are rules. But in some wealthy marriages, the rules are heavier. For a young girl who still loves her freedom, her career, her dreams, and her youth, marriage to a much older man can feel like entering another world. People online began asking, is she truly happy? Does she have freedom? Can she ever walk away if the marriage stops working? Is there a hidden prenuptial agreement? We don't know the private details. We will not repeat rumors, but we can discuss the lesson. When you marry, you don't just marry a person. You marry their age, their mindset, their culture, their beliefs, their rules, their world. And that is why every girl must think deeply before saying, I do. Why many girls rush into marriage today? Let's talk about reality, not fantasy. Girls marry for different reasons. Love, emotional connection, needs, survival and stability, money, desire for comfort and status, fear of loneliness, pressure, or poverty. But here is the hidden truth society ignores. Whatever you use to enter a marriage is what you must remain in it. If you marry for money, you will fight to stay, even when your heart is tired. If you marry for love alone, without wisdom, you may suffer in silence. If you marry because of pressure, you may end up resenting your own life. That is why marriage is not a goal, it is a journey. Regina's story teaches us something powerful. Life is not black and white. Not every rich marriage is sad. Not every love marriage is happy. Not every young bride is a victim. Not every older husband is a villain. But every girl must protect these three things before marriage. Your mind, think for yourself. Your purpose, don't abandon your dreams. Your freedom and identity, don't become a stranger to yourself. A marriage should add to your life, not subtract your life. If you are a young girl watching this, listen to this part carefully. Choose a partner who gives you peace, not anxiety, support, not control, partnership, not ownership, growth, not limitation, respect, not intimidation. You deserve love and stability, not one without the other. Choose with your heart, but also with your brain. Choose a future you can wake up inside, not one you must survive inside. Maybe Regina loved Ned. Maybe she loved security. Maybe she simply chose what she believed was best. It is her life, her journey, her lesson, and her destiny. But for the girl child listening today, the wisdom is simple. Do not let society, poverty, parents, peers, or Instagram pressure push you into a life you are not mentally, emotionally, and spiritually prepared for. Marriage is not a rescue plan. Marriage is not an escape route. Marriage is not an achievement. Marriage is a partnership of purpose. Choose wisely. Choose freely. Choose with clarity, not desperation. Thanks for watching Time to Gist. If you enjoyed this thoughtful conversation, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. I'll see you in the next gist.
Alright, so this Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko matter. I've been saying I don't want to put my mouth until I see this post where Ned Nwoko do. And then I was like, okay, something is off. Something is off. And I said, you know what, let me quickly look at it. And then I found out a lot of things is actually very off with this post that Ned Nwoko made. Do you understand? Now, Ned Nwoko posted a video where Regina Daniels is alleging that Regina Daniels scattered his properties and all. But when I watched the video, I noticed something. First thing I noticed is from the starting of the video, there was no sound. Very silent. And towards the middle of the video, then the sound came up. What is involved? It's either, because there's no way you can record such video in total silence. It only means that somebody removed whatever sound that is in that video, right? So what does it mean? It's either some things were said in that video will be advantage or disadvantage to Regina Daniels, or advantage or disadvantage to Ned Nwoko. So they quickly remove that part, then edit and put. That is the first thing I noticed. Now, but let's go to the caption. The caption is even more interesting, right? So the caption says, Regina's unprovoked carnage and rampage in my house and in my absence. So it says, Regina was not always like this. Her current battle with drugs and alcohol abuse is the root of our problems. She must continue her rehabilitation program or I fear for her life and safety. Pause. With this, there are two things involved. This is too direct. This is too direct. It's giving, let me discredit whatever thing Regina Daniels is saying now, and let me discredit whatever thing she will try to say in the nearest future. Because it is too direct. It's like saying, she did do drugs. Whatever thing she talk, man, I no believe. Or it's actually saying the truth. This is just me analyzing what I see. It's either it's trying to discredit or it's saying the truth. Now, I would guess there's another reason why it might be direct. Maybe because of the video where go viral yesterday. They don't insult and they call him name. So he needed to just also say, I beg you, make I come on my hand. But let's continue. So I continue to read. Said, now she has moved to a place where she will always have unrestricted access to drugs. I have other wives, and none will ever accuse me of violence. Regina, none will ever accuse me of violence. Regina is the violent one here, slapping and hitting 3 staff in the past 48 hours and destroying properties, including cars, windows, for no just cause. The truth is, I have set a clear condition for her to accept rehab in Asokoro or outside Nigeria, especially Jordan, where she will have access, where she will not have access to drug. A clear-headed Regina would have taken Moon to the hospital, but instead she even threatened to buy our resident nurse for exposing her drug abuse while I took Moon to the hospital. A scene of chaos unfolded at home, orchestrated by Sammy, Regina's main drug supplier. Another known supplier of drugs to Regina is that tiny evil devil called Anne. Now, the first caption, like I said, is giving discredit. But if you read through this whole part down, you understand that for the kind of age where this man did, there's no games. You understand? It's possible that he's just saying what the thing is, right? But again, it's looking like both Ned and both Regina be victim. If you go back to the video I made yesterday, I said something. I said, it's looking like they are trying to blackmail that man over something. I talk him, I say, it be like, see, they won't blackmail Ned. Do you understand? If I say they won't blackmail Ned. In short, I even made 2 videos yesterday. I actually had to post one. In one of the videos, I said, there's somebody that you don't like. But because the person have money, you have to endure. You have to close your eyes. Sometimes when you want to fuck, you have to get high. You have to take alcohol. You have to take weed. You have to take pills, bruv. I said, this. But I had to just delete it and say, no, this is too direct. So immediately he said it today. I just shook my head. Even the earlier hours of today, I was talking to a popular person. And then I also mentioned this part of drugs. Because I'm not going to lie to you all. There are some videos that she posts and I'm like, okay. If he's saying that she does drugs, I'm sorry. I'm definitely going to believe. I'm not going to doubt. You know what I'm not going to doubt? This whole drug thing take place in stories like this, where a young girl that have not been self-aware of who she is, yet, for some reason, gets advised by some older people to get down with an older man because the man have money. They advise her and tell her that, oh, you're not going to suffer, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. She has not explored life. She doesn't know A plus B. Do you understand? She doesn't really know yet. But of course, she was advised by some people that she look up to. Then she decided to go into it. Now, going into it, she has now seen that this life, it doesn't go beyond money. Anything I want, I buy. Anything I want to eat, anywhere I want to go, is that all? Then she start looking, there's now a quest. She's now looking for some things outside what they have given to her. Then she start meeting friends like herself that are probably in that type of situation where they also got married to rich older people because of their money. Now they are all sitting down together. They are depressed and they are sad because this so-called life that everybody wants, they are now in it and they can now see that, wait a minute, I am not really happy. So what am I going to do? Maybe if I take drugs to sleep, I will forget about this. Then they start. Then they start getting close to each other, wife upon wife. Then next thing, they start scissoring. Then from there, they get bored. Then they find a guy that will help them do it. Or sometimes they approach their husbands and say, okay, let's run an orgy. Do you understand? So if they talk, say, she did one, I'm not saying this is Regina's story, but if he's saying that she does drugs, I swear to God, I'm not even going to doubt it. Because of how the story started. Do you understand? Because of how the story started. See, I told somebody one day, I said, this level be like level where we say, if they want shag, she must take. Or the man must take. I said, if these people want shag, one person must take. It's not even about whether the man is good looking or not. It's just about this person have not fully realized who she is when this whole thing happened. Then the people should look at as role model and mentors also put heads together to advise her. The reason why they advise her is because they have seen life. They've explored. Maybe their future and their own story is not the same. But they thought about, okay, we actually need money. Maybe me himself, when I try to do love, it don't work for me. Or me himself, when I try to do Becky, make an advice and make you like that, So, well, for me, I feel like the both of them are victims in this whole thing. That's what I think. Yeah. But anyways, analysis like the basically concern me. It is better to cry in a Lamborghini than to cry in a Lamborghini. Peace and love, don't play. As you go along, I will learn the hard way.